Where is the mugshot of EFCC? If they believe he committed financial crime, no, EFCC is good at the moment they arrest you, the next thing, mugshot. Did they declare VeryDarkMan wanted like they did Yaya Bello? They were looking for Yaya Bello, they didn't see him, they declared him wanted. They were looking for Aisha Ashimogo, they declared her wanted. Since you said you have issued several invitations to VeryDarkMan, he didn't show up. Why didn't you declare him wanted and do the poster like you normally do and declare him wanted? You didn't. So did anybody go to the EFCC office and see VeryDarkMan face to face? They brought food for him at EFCC. They said no, that it is them, EFCC, that will feed him. So I don't blame CPAC. His eyes was unveiled at EFCC office. He now thought that the VDM too is there. VDM is not there. VDM is in a different place. So that moment they are doing this thing, CPAC, where he saw himself, he was thinking both of them are there. He may have been in DSS custody, and people are thinking he's in EFCC custody because that's what CPAC said. That's where he saw himself. And when he saw himself, he didn't see VeryDarkMan with him. He only saw himself. Two of them were taken together, but he saw himself alone, right? He acknowledged that VeryDarkMan was taken out first, and it took more than 20 minutes before he was brought out and then unveiled. So when they took him out, they may have branched EFCC, stop the vehicle where CPAC was, put VeryDarkMan in another vehicle and move him to DSS office, just to use CPAC as this guy. That's why he was released immediately, so that we go and be announcing that they were in EFCC custody, whereas the guy is not there. Nigerians, think, use your brain to think. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. This video is just like a follow-up on the earlier video that I shared concerning the kidnap and abduction of VeryDarkMan by a joint operation of the DSS and the EFCC, which took place on Friday, 2nd of May, 2025. You recall that when this incident happened, there were a lot of speculations on who did the arrest, why he was arrested, and all that, until it was confirmed that he was in a EFCC custody. That was when his friend CPAC, who was arrested together with him, was released, and he came out and was sharing his experience and what happened to them. That's how we got to know that he's with EFCC custody. I've delved into this issue and think through a lot of things concerning what happened on that day. But from Friday, 2nd of May, till yesterday, Monday, 5th of May, 2025, there was no official information coming out from EFCC until today, the 6th of May, Tuesday, that they issued out a statement. Before I go into that statement, I just want you to ponder on this issue. The question is, if VeryDarkMan had anything to do with EFCC, why will DSS be part of the operation? Because EFCC has enough hands, they have their team who can arrest VeryDarkMan for whatever reason, if he borders on financial crime, right? Why will DSS be part of this operation? Because when CPAC, VDM's friend, was released, he said that when they were bundled, they were blocked and pulled out of their vehicle and bundled into a waiting vehicle, which they used to block them. They told them that they are from DSS and they are putting on black and black. And it's DSS that have that uniform, black and black, all right? And they hooded them, used their hood and blindfolded them and pushed them into the vehicle. So I was thinking, since I had that information from CPAC, why will DSS be part of this operation? Secondly, we know that VeryDarkMan have been outspoken against EFCC, has been outspoken on several issues. Remember the Bobrisky matter, there's a Godfather and all those kind of stuff. So, and I know that any operation DSS is involved, presidency must be involved. There must be top government activity going on that will put DSS into this kind of operation. Yaya Bello that stole 80-point-something billion, according to EFCC information. DSS was not part of the operation to go and arrest Yaya Bello, right? Then recently now, the guys in the NNPCL, that the money for the refinery was diverted. We have not had any operation that DSS has gone to arrest them. So why VeryDarkMan? Why will DSS be part of this operation? That's what we need to think. So EFCC could not issue a statement earlier because there's nothing that linked EFCC in this issue. They just kept him there, trying to use EFCC as a shield and then looking for what to tag on him to be able to say this is the reason. The reason they arrested VeryDarkMan is not what they are telling you guys. Trust me. It's beyond that. It's not. It doesn't even have anything to do with that. Because when you listen to VeryDarkMan all these years, prior to even when he started the NGOs and all those things, the guy has been somebody that always wants to put everything he do out there. He's the guy that want to, let people understand how clean he can be in anything he wants to do. That's why he did all he did in the NGO, linking it to the website so that everyone can log on and see what is going on in the NGO account. So when you look at all these things, you begin to wonder, why is DSS part of this operation? For me, I will tell you that there's people in top government position from the villa or wherever that are part of what is happening to VeryDarkMan today. Have you ever heard that EFCC went to arrest Yahoo Boy or Yaya Bello or whoever, and it was DSS that is, leading the operation? Have you heard it before? So this is strange. That's what you need to think. It's very strange. Have you heard that they abducted somebody that, they are investigating? They don't abduct. They will only, lay siege in your house. Even Aisha Sumugu, they went to her house, surrounded the house, and then break in to look for her when they even know Aisha Sumugu is out of the country. So when you look at that, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you here, that they have never kidnapped or abducted anyone they are investigating. They have never abducted the person like they did to VeryDarkMan on the road in front of a bank. They blocked them front and back, abduct them, beat them, put hood on them to cover their face so that they don't know where they are going. You see, when all this thing was going on over the week, I was thinking through it. At some point, I was trying to believe that this guy is not even in EFCC custody, that he may be in DSS custody, but they use EFCC. Did anybody see him? Remember, CPAC said that he was in the vehicle for more than 20 minutes. They first took VeryDarkMan, and he was in the vehicle for more than 20 minutes. So at that point, they may have dropped this guy in a DSS office and transport this one to EFCC and unveil him. It's all EFCC. Do you understand? So this thing is not straight, believe you me. Because did anybody go to the EFCC office and see VeryDarkMan face to face? They brought food for him at EFCC. They said no, that it is them, EFCC, that will feed him. Remember, Kokopi and this guy, they went there in the name of giving him food. They didn't see VeryDarkMan. Nobody saw VeryDarkMan, whether it's in EFCC custody or not. They only believe what they were told. And CPAC was unveiled at EFCC office. Why did they cover their face? So that they don't know where they are going to. Think. If it is EFCC and they are taking them, even if DSS is part of the operation, and they arrested and they kidnapped VeryDarkMan and they are taking him to EFCC office, why covering his face? You don't need to cover his face. He lives in Abuja. He knows Abuja very well. Do you understand? But for them to cover his face, it means there is a disguise, so that the place they will take him to is different from what he may think. So that he won't know where he is, he won't know how he got there, he will just be unveiled in that place. And the CPAC himself was unveiled in EFCC. That's why he thought that VeryDarkMan also is in EFCC. I believe strongly that for that Friday they were abducted, that they were not in EFCC office. That VeryDarkMan in particular is not in EFCC office. He must have been in DSS office. It gives EFCC the time to begin to think what to cook to tag on him. That's why they can't issue a statement until today. Where is the mugshot of EFCC? If they believe he committed financial crime, EFCC is good at the moment they arrest you, the next mugshot. Did they declare VeryDarkMan wanted like they did Yaya Bello? They were looking for Yaya Bello, they didn't see him, they declared him wanted. They were looking for Aisha Ashimogo, they declared her wanted. Since you said you have issued several invitations to VeryDarkMan, he didn't show up. Why didn't you declare him wanted and do the poster like you normally do and declare him wanted? You didn't. They are not telling Nigerians the truth of who is behind what is happening to VeryDarkMan. They are not telling Nigeria the truth of the operation that took place on May 2nd in front of GT Bank. They are not. So look, go and study their trajectory, how they behave, EFCC. You will see the case of VeryDarkMan is different. It's a case of oppression. It's not a case of financial crime. They will just cook up one story soon and come up and they take him to court, waste everybody's time and waste Nigeria resources for nothing. The main guys who are looking for him, they have interfaced with him in DSS office. They have interfaced with him. They want his phone. They want to know information he knows. They want to know how he's getting his intel. That's what they are looking for, because they are finding every avenue to shut him down, to block him. That's what they are trying to do. So I don't blame CPAC. His eyes was unveiled at EFCC office. He now thought that the VDM too is there. VDM is not there. VDM is in a different place. So that moment they are doing this thing, CPAC, where he saw himself, he was thinking both of them are there. if you understand intelligence, how intelligence agency function, they will do one thing, they will create a diversion to divert people's attention to something else while they are focusing on their main thing they are doing. That's what they do. And that's exactly what happened. There's no reason for DSS to be part of this operation to arrest VeryDarkMan in the first place. There's no reason. EFCC can do their job. They can arrest whoever they want to arrest. So why DSS is involved? It means there is someone in the presidency, there is someone, it's a top government official that is part of this operation, that engineered this operation. That's the meaning. DSS doesn't just come out. They come out on orders of the presidency. Yes. So understand this and know peace. So if you like, work with what they post on X handle. It's beyond that. VeryDarkMan will release information when it comes out. He may have been in DSS custody, and people are thinking he's in EFCC custody because that's what CPAC said. That's why he saw himself. And when he saw himself, he didn't see VeryDarkMan with him. He only saw himself. Two of them were taken together, but he saw himself alone. Right? He acknowledged that VeryDarkMan was taken out first, and it took more than 20 minutes before he was brought out and then unveiled. So when they took him out, they may have branch EFCC, stop the vehicle where CPAC was, put VeryDarkMan in another vehicle and move him to DSS office, just to use CPAC as this guy. That's why he was released immediately, so that we go and be announcing that they were in EFCC custody, whereas the guy is not there. Nigerians think, use your brain to think. It takes a lot of connection to break this thing they are doing. So guys, that's what I feel that went down. So all this expose does not make any sense to anybody because there's no information that is there. It's empty. Their post is empty. That's what it is. Again, when you look at the statement released by EFCC, you will see there's nothing there. They came and told us that, oh, there are several petitions against him on financial malfeasance. What is financial malfeasance? What is financial? Does it cause harm to anybody? He didn't do anything deliberately to cause harm to anybody. So what is financial malfeasance? They just look for one grammar to use it to confuse people. And now, when you read the information, who is the petitioner? Nobody was. They say several petitions, which means there are many people who petitioned them of VeryDarkMan's financial crime, right? Who are those petitioners? Nobody was mentioned. Nobody knows who are the petitioners. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what did they petition against him? Financial crime is one big word. What specific thing did he do? Don't forget, when Yahaya Bello, they allege that he stole over 80 billion to pay school fees for his children in advance. The EFCC chairman himself held a press conference to tell the public what Yahaya Bello did, how he took the money from state coffers and transferred it to Bureau de Change, and then changed the money from there and paid school fees to a school, and they mentioned the name of the school. They provided all the information. So in this case of VeryDarkMan, there's no information. From what they tweeted on their official handle on X, that's former Twitter, there's no information there. It's just empty. So what crime, what financial crime did he commit? Did he launder money? For who? How much did he launder? It's not there. Did he steal money from where? How much? It was not there. There's no information on that. Okay. Now, when you read that statement, you also see that they acknowledge that VeryDarkMan have been outspoken concerning their operation. They have been outspoken attacking their modus operandi. They acknowledge that, and they said other agencies will look into that. Who are the other agencies? There's nothing like other agencies looking into what? What he's saying is what virtually every Nigerians are saying, how you people operate. Look at how he was even arrested, like a criminal, like a cartel member, a drug cartel member. You can't arrest a normal citizen like that. You just come back, block him at the front, block him at the back, bundle him out of the car, start punching him, hooded him, push him into the vehicle. For what? EFCC in their statement claimed that they issued out a lot of invitation to him, which he declined. VeryDarkMan himself, each time he speak against EFCC, he will tell them, invite me, call me, I'm here, I will come and see you people. If you want, come and arrest me, I am here. I'm saying what I'm saying because I know what I'm saying and I can prove what I'm saying. So when did they invite him and he refused to go? Nobody knows that. VeryDarkMan that we know, if there's any invitation from EFCC, he will put it out there in the public that, oh, he was invited by EFCC and he's going there so day, and he will go with his team, with his camera and his crew. So when did they invite him that he did not come? I recall when he was in China, there was an arrest warrant and his lawyer went there and contested it in court or something, and I think it was stepped down or something like that. And he came back since, and he has been in Nigeria. Which invitation is EFCC referring to? We don't know. Remember, when VeryDarkMan is attending the case between him and the Falana family, he will tell us, oh, he's going on the court, he has a court sitting for the defamation case. He will put it out there. He's not somebody that does things in secret. That's why when he was even going to the GT Bank, he did a video that he is in GT Bank, he's trying to address the problem, the challenge the mother has with the bank, and all that. So if he has invitation from EFCC, they sent it to him, they send it to his address, they deliver the invitation to him, VeryDarkMan will publish it and let people know that he's been invited by the EFCC. And they will go there with his camera, he will go there with his crew, just like he went to National Assembly. He was invited. He went to National Assembly. He was there. And he spoke on the floor of the National Assembly during the Bobrisky and Godfather and sentencing to prison and all that during that period. We saw it. He was everywhere. So he was granted administrative bail. For what? For doing what? For what purpose? What bail is that? What is the bail condition? What is the bail condition? Why are you giving him bail? For doing what? Now that you have arrested him, right? You kidnapped him, not even arrest. He was kidnapped. He was abducted. So now you have abducted him. Let's assume you have interrogated him. You let him go. There's nothing like bail when you are interrogating somebody. You let him go. Because from the release from EFCC, they said when investigation is concluded, he will be charged to court, right? Which means they are still doing investigation. So which bail are you giving somebody? You have not concluded investigation to say, yes, he did it before you are talking of granting bail. I don't know how it works in Nigeria. But in other clime, if investigation is ongoing, they invite you for investigation. They question you and release you to go. There's nothing like a bail. When they now finish the investigation and they confirm that you did what was alleged, they now come for your proper arrest. That is when you can be filing for bail, application, and things like that. I don't know how it functions or how it works in Nigeria. I don't know. But the fact remains that if you are granting him administrative bail, you need to tell us what he did. When you come to say for allegation, petition on several financial crimes, on financial malfeasance, that is BS. That's what it is. You can't come and be bamboozling people with grammar that the person that even put it out may not even understand what he's trying to say. Be simple and clear. We arrested VDM because he did A, B, C. Financial crime, what kind of financial crime did he do? Tell us. Tell us how much that is involved. Tell us who and where and what. Release such information. Who are the petitioners? Why are you hiding the petitioners? So I don't even believe anything that is written on that page because it has no information. It has no information. So for you guys to hold somebody beyond how many 48 hours, they claim that they have order to detain him. Okay, that's fine. When VeryDarkMan comes out, the public will know all that you guys did to him, all that transpired there. I know you guys must have trying to gag him that if you go there, he shouldn't say this, he shouldn't say that. But that's not VeryDarkMan you are talking to. VeryDarkMan is not afraid of prison. He's not afraid of being detained in a police cell or wherever. He's not afraid of that. He's trained for that. He's used to that. So I don't know what you guys are doing and what you guys want to achieve. Me, I believe strongly that there are powers that be that he must have treaded on their path, that are trying to deal with him, that are trying to silence him, that are trying to shake him, that are trying to put fear in him so that he will go back to his shell. But I don't think it will work because VeryDarkMan has experienced social media, he has experienced this influencing thing, and he has been popular, and many people like what he does. And I appreciate him for his effort in fighting for the voiceless and trying to help the poor and the needy. I appreciate what he does in schools, putting potable water, by drilling borehole for them. And look at the trapped girls in the Ivory Coast, the Kano little girls that were, kidnapped and trafficked. How he was working hard to the point of even sending money to a government agency to ensure that these girls are brought back to Nigeria. And with his effort, APs also volunteered to lift the girls when all the necessary preparations are done. These are the things he does. What is government agency doing? Even government official was contacted. Instead of doing the right thing of escalating the information to NAPTIP and work in partnership with them because they cannot exonerate themselves. Foreign Affairs Ministry or the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, they must provide the documentation for the girls to be able to fly from Ivory Coast back to Nigeria. So they must be part of the process. So instead of escalating it, he was busy attacking the messenger person who he went on his private visit. He would have ignored those girls. After all, they are not his blood sister. But once they are Nigerian, he sticked his head. instead of encouraging and supporting him. And then if there's a place he missed the way, you correct him, in a respectful manner. As yes, he must be put out his video out of anger of what he's seeing. But that's not how somebody who is in that kind of top position will be relating with, other people. No, you show example. If he had corrected him professionally, he would have apologized for the way he spoke. But no, that's not the case. So the issue here remains that a lot of people are after him. I remember there's a video I watched him talking about, it's like they are spying on him, is that they're after him, is that they want to buy him. I watched one video like that. He was speaking prophetically. He said, it's like there will be many security agencies that will come after him. And truly, it's happening today. So for EFCC, I think people are expecting you to put out the correct information that VeryDarkMan was arrested on so day for these reasons. You state the reason. There are petitions from this. And then everybody will understand and say, oh, okay, if you have done this, okay, we understand. Now we know clearly what is going on. People are protesting because they can't understand the reason why he was arrested. And this tweet they put out there in their official handle also is adding more confusion to it, because many people, if you call many Nigerians now, they will beat their chest that there's no way VeryDarkMan will be in a financial crime issue. There's no way. There's one guy from China, I watched his video talking about how VeryDarkMan has been very helpful, helping them to recover their funds, that there's no way it will be in a financial problem. So because people know him as someone that everything he does is put out there. He does his videos all the time and speak his mind all the time. So, and he's very, very careful when it comes to monetary transaction. That's why I remember when Don Jazzy sent 100 million, he was tracking to find out who is this person, until he found out that it was Don Jazzy. And he did a video, even when Don Jazzy said, don't mention my name, he still mentioned his name. Why? Because the money is huge. So he just want to be sure that any money the NGO is receiving comes from someone that is known and must have an identity. All right. And he went ahead to link the account to a web portal so that people can be seeing what is going on in the account. And when he moved 20 million to NAPTIP from the NGO, he made the video that, hey, I've moved 20 million to these guys to help them, support them financially, to bring the trafficked little girls from Kano back home. So he gives update in what he does, because he knows the position he finds himself today, that he must be very careful, otherwise he will go down. And he knows that for him to be outspoken, attacking both EFCC, speaking about godfathers, and so many other things, he knows that if there's anything found around him, they will capitalize on it to get him down. So he understands all these things. So that's why it's very difficult to believe what these guys put out, that, oh, there are several petitions on financial crime. So, well, we will hear from VeryDarkMan when they meet the bail condition and is out. He will rest, and then he will come and do his video and alert people on what has transpired. And I think situation like this, government agencies need to do better. You need to do better. You kidnap somebody since Friday. That Friday passed, you've not issued statement Saturday, Sunday, Monday until Tuesday. That's ridiculous. The EFCC, I know, when they are in the operation, when they arrest Yahoo boys, they go on a clampdown on Yahoo boys. That same day, they have taken mugshot. They have posted on their X handle with the name of the person, what the person did. Go and check their Twitter handle, their X handle. You will see them, the people that posted, how much that they found with the person, how much this is there, the person with the mugshot and all these things. So why is VeryDarkMan different? That is the question. Why is his own different? Why didn't they put out all the information? What he did, how much they found on him on financial crime, whether he laundered money or he stole money or whatever. Why did they put it there? Did anybody see his mugshot if he committed any crime? So these are the things that Nigerians need to think through to understand that EFCC is like the cover. Do you understand? These guys, because they know that VeryDarkMan have, a face-to-face altercation between him and the EFCC. They understand there is already a connection between VeryDarkMan and EFCC. The way he speaks against them, the way he attacks them. So this guy doing this thing, they are behind the scene dealing with VeryDarkMan, using EFCC as the umbrella to shield them so that they won't be in the public domain. And that is the reason DSS was part of this operation. So you have not concluded investigation. You are you are kidnapping and abducting somebody in a Gestapo style. I don't really understand. It is after investigation that you make arrest. Well, during investigation, if you need the person you are suspecting to provide information, you invite the person. He provides information. You let him go. When you finish investigation and you find the person culpable, you get your warrant of arrest and then go and arrest the person. That is the right thing to do. This issue of abducting somebody when investigation is going on and you say you are granting him administrative bail and blah, 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 it doesn't make any sense to me. This is working in the opposite direction. All right. So let's say at the end of the day, you finish investigation, you discover that, oh, the guy has nothing to do with the petition and all the petitions are false. What happens? How do you clear your image? How do you clear yourself? With all these things, his face and head and video and everything is on social media. How do you pull it down? That is how you cause harm to somebody. That is why FBI cannot arrest somebody until they have finished investigation and confirm that you have something to do with it. They will now come after you. That's the way it is done. Because tomorrow now, if your allegation now, you have checked the petition and do all your investigation, discover that it's false, what do you now do? This guy face is everywhere, that he was arrested by EFCC, he was this, he was that. At the end, how do you clean all this mess that you have done? Nigeria is not a democracy. No, it's not a democracy. Nigeria is faking democracy. Because I don't see the reason why the voice of the voiceless will be hunted down in this order. Nigeria, you are just faking democracy. You are acting as if you are doing democracy, but you people are not. Because where is the right of the person? Where is the human right? Eh? If you invite him, he didn't come. You know his house. You said you sent invitation to his house. You know his house. You know where. Why didn't you go to his house, lay siege for him? When he comes, you now arrest him. Why didn't you put your post that you have invited him severally and he refused to come? So guys, I'm leaving this out here. We'll continue to follow. We will hear from VeryDarkMan when it comes out. I know they must have threatened him. They must have gagged him. They must have warned him not to say anything that happened or do any post. A lot of things has gone down. So if he didn't do any video concerning what happened, bear with him, because you don't understand the level of threat he has gone through and the trauma and the attack, the beating he must have gone through in that place to force him to do what they want him to do. Nobody knows. So guys, understand VeryDarkMan's plight. I know if he comes out, people will be expecting video and all those kind of stuff. He may or may not. So let's be patient and let's understand how the situation looks like. So the Jadea, please do your best to secure him out and get the administrative bill sorted out and bring him out so that he can go and freshen up and eat a good meal. Please, you should take him to a good restaurant to eat a good meal and then let him rest. Later, we can sort all that things out. So Nigerians, you guys that came out to protest and speak up and carry placard and all these things, you guys did wonderfully well. And I love the way there was no fracas, there was no misunderstanding between you guys and security agencies. That's wonderful. It means you guys have wisen up. So that's great. So continue to press until it's out, because what you are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for VeryDarkMan, because tomorrow it may be you, and as you have come out for somebody, people will come out for you. That's the way it works. In this kind of fake democracy, you guys need to watch your back and watch one another. Support one another. Otherwise, if they buy one person, buy the next person, everybody will be pied. That's what it is. So that's why you don't wait for it to hit you before you speak. So always speak, whether it touches you or not. As far as it touches someone, speak up. Your power lies in your tongue. Power of life and death is in the tongue. Speak up. Make sure you don't insult anybody. Make sure you watch what you say and all that. So anytime you are protesting, protest peacefully and do your things in the rightful way so that nothing will come after you. So guys, if you are new to my channel, please kindly like and share this video and put on your comment on the comment section, and I will address that. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and put on your notification bell so that when my next video drops, you'll be among those to be notified. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. I'm signing out. Do have a wonderful day. See you.